Welcome to this first chat on the International Day of Zero Waste. We're very excited to have you here today. And I have two screens, so I might be going back and forth here to look at our participants and to look at the camera. But it's great to have everyone. Welcome to those of you who are on Zoom. Welcome to those of you who are on YouTube, and for anyone watching in the future as well. So this will stay on YouTube for anyone who's interested to take a look later on. So we are here at Race to Zero Waste is the organization that's hosting, and I'm Hayden Sloan with Race to Zero Waste, your host and moderator today. It's great to see all of you. And we're here to present conversations on the International Day of Zero Waste. So we're here in part thanks to some folks in different countries reaching out to us for trainings and support. That interest kind of led us to bring various national and international colleagues together to plan something for Zero Waste Day, and also to create what we're currently loosely calling, a global zero waste consortium. So that's in response to the needs that people have talked about. And so Race to Zero Waste is a huge believer in collaboration. And so we're really excited to be in conversations with Gaia, the Global Alliance for Incinerator Alternatives, with ZWIA, the Zero Waste International Alliance, and with UNEP, the United Nations Environment Program, to see how we can work together on building something and avoid duplicating efforts while also creating some trainings and resources, or leveraging the trainings and resources that already exist within these great organizations to help answer some of the things that people told us about that they would like to see. So we're in the very nascent stages of giving shape to this idea, this maybe consortium. So please follow us if you'd like to know how things develop. Please get in touch if you'd be interested in building this with us. If it's the consortium or if it has another name, depending on what umbrella it's under. We're not sure exactly what it's going to look like yet, but we're excited to be collaborating. So today, we're highlighting a few of our colleagues around the world who have been involved in some of these conversations, to explore how zero waste initiatives are evolving internationally and what it will take to strengthen this movement moving forward. So this is session 1, happening at 10 a.m. Central European time. And session 2 is the upcoming session that will be happening at 6:30. And so that will live under the live tab of the Race to Zero Waste YouTube channel. So thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks to our speakers, who you'll get to know shortly for our conversation. I know we're ready to get started. So I'll just mention a few quick administrative items. So the flow today will be a part 1, where our speakers will give brief presentations. And then part 2 will be the conversation. So any audience questions for the folks on Zoom, if you'd like to raise your hand, you're welcome to ask questions once the presentation section is over. So we'll have all of the presentations first and then jump on. So my role will be to kind of tie some themes together, bring the conversation back to why we're here, the International Day of Zero Waste, get to the heart of what's needed to make zero waste happen, make it convenient and accessible, and also share support and resources. So hopefully it's useful to our audience and also to the folks on the call to get to know a little bit about how zero waste is going in different places around the world. So with that, we'll dive right in. Our first speaker is AKMALA, who I will let introduce herself, and she's going to talk about what she's working on with Dompet Dhuafa. Go ahead, Ika.
Thank you, Hayden. Hello, everyone. My name is Ika. I'm from Indonesia. Maybe I have a little presentation for. Okay, wait. We can see this screen, Hayden.
Yes,
okay.
all good. Yes, all good.
Hello, my name is Ika AKMALA. My friend call me Ika. I'm from Indonesia. I'm a mother and a part of Dompet Dhuafa. It's a philanthropic organization in Indonesia. In my current role, I have the privilege of managing volunteer network of around 20,000 members across Indonesia. And our volunteer network, Dompet Dhuafa Volunteer, is driving by a simple yet meaningful spirit. It is one day, one kindness, or in Bahasa, we call it satu hari satu kebaikan, which we bring to life through various social, humanitarian, education, health, and environment initiatives. Throughout our journey as philanthropic organization that has served for more than 32 years in Indonesia, Dompet Dhuafa has come to realize that poverty is deeply connected with environmental degradation. Communities that are most vulnerable to poverty are often the ones most affected by environmental challenge. At the same time, limited access and resources can make it difficult to adopt more environmentally friendly practice. This growing awareness has encouraged us to take more active role in addressing environmental issues. Indonesia is currently facing significant environmental challenge, particularly in waste management, as it remains among the top contributor to plastic pollution in our ocean. However, but beyond this challenge lies in a powerful strength. Indonesia has been consistently recognized as one of the most generous countries in the world. This highlight a deeply embedded culture of generosity within our society. From this intersection of challenge and strength, I saw an opportunity to transform our culture of giving into driving force for addressing environmental issues, especially plastic waste. Together with young people from the Dompet Dhuafa Volunteer, we initiate a movement um, called we call it fun without plastic waste, or in bahasa asik tanpa sampah plastik. It's a grassroots movement for public awareness to reduce plastic waste, for still encourage people to keep sharing, but in a more responsible way toward our planet. We implemented this movement during major moments like Ramadan and Idul Adha, where plastic was usually increased significantly. Our approach is simple: replace single-use plastic with environmentally friendly packaging rooted in local wisdom. For example, we use a bamboo basket, banana leaf, areca, palm fruit, fronds, coconut leaves, and others friendly packaging in local wisdom. So our activity, we are assessing local resource for single-use plastic packaging. We holding a seminar or from group discussion. We conducting educational activity and campaign, organizing cleanup action and brand audit. And then we have so many approach through environmental materials and lectures. We have so many make collaboration with multi-stakeholders like community organization, religious, traditional leaders, and educational institution. Since 2021 until now, this movement has continued to grow and has now been implemented across 25 provinces in Indonesia. Together with 419 collaborators, we have successfully reduced the use of single plastic by more than 220,000 pieces. This activity shows that small action we carried out consistently and collaboratively can create meaningful impact. Our goal is to be a part of the collective movement towards a plastic-free in Indonesia. For me, reducing waste is just one aspect of the zero waste concept. We also need to start changing the way we share, live, and care for the planet, and that future generation will inherit. And happy International Days of Zero Waste. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ika. Thanks for sharing. I love that replace. Maybe that needs to become one of the R's of zero waste that we talk about, right? R for reduce, replace, reuse, recycle. Maybe we'll add that in. Yeah, that sounds great. Reducing the single-use plastic, super important. And I love that you're now in 25 provinces. I think that's grown since the last time I heard from you.
It's growing.
That's awesome. Great. All right. Well, before we get to questions for Ika, I'm going to go ahead and let Paul present. Did you say Paul was going next? Mahesh. Mahesh is going next.
Can I ask Ika a question?
Can you hold it until we finished
Okay.
the presentation?
I hold it.
Yeah.
I hold it.
Okay. We'll do the presentations first, and then we'll get into questions, and it'll all be a conversation.
Okay.
So, Mahesh, you're up next. Are you ready?
Yeah. Here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you see me? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're audible,
Okay.
and I also I see the presentation view of your screen, not just the presentation.
So I am So I am Mahesh Nakarmi. I'm from Health, Environment, and Climate Action Foundation, Nepal. So we are have been working in this zero waste field since last 25 years. Our main focus is to make our cities zero waste, but now we thought that you cannot make a city zero waste until you do the elements of the cities like school, hospitals, zero waste. So we are more focusing on the elements, like we are making the school zero waste, hospital zero waste, businesses zero waste. So like that. So today I have asked me to present on the in solution for zero solution for the hospital. So this is our stronger project. We are doing it in Nepal. We are the pioneer in this field in Nepal. So we always, whenever we talk about zero waste, we always take the definition of zero waste international alliance, and we follow the zero waste international hierarchy. So if we see, when we talk about zero waste, the main thing is that we shouldn't be burning. We shouldn't burn. We should be bury zero waste. Always, this Paul always said no burn, no bury. So I mean, this is what we follow, and the zero waste is the main part. Then zero risks and zero toxics. So this is what our main 5 principles are there, and we always like. There is a traditional is that more wasteland goes to landfill, but we have changed the paradigm shift to new waste management for zero waste. Is that less waste to minimum waste to landfill? So yeah, we follow zero waste hierarchy, and we have a hierarchy of control. We use like that. So this is our main challenge is this one. The primary aspect is how to change because many countries zero waste, the hospital waste is being incinerated. In Nepal also it is incinerated before, but our aim is how not to burn. So we have to change the incinerator to autoclave. So this is our main challenges. This is our primary aspect of the zero waste to achieve the zero waste in hospitals. So from burn to non-burn technology. So for that, we need to do first the assessment of the whole hospital for 8 consecutive days, and then we get some data. That data we analyze. This is we do physical assessment of verification of all the waste. We separate the waste, we weight the waste, we quantify the waste, we do the survey of the staff, everything. Then we get data. So this data is very important because this will tell us the whole scenario of the hospital. What are the waste generated inside the hospital? Every hospital have a different data, different type of waste they generate, and some will be common, but some will be different. So from this, we know the picture of the hospital waste. So based on that, we have to design a zero waste system. That's what we do. So this will tell us what are type of waste and what are the solution we have to take. So you can see that this data is converted into system. Then you can see like there is how much waste is toxic. It is how much waste is infectious. That is we have to do autoclave and we send to autoclave. How much waste is biodegradable, like pathological waste, like food waste. We have to do the biodegradable. Goes to the compost or the biogas. Then there are waste, recyclable waste, it will go to the recycling circular economy. So these are the solution we find in the hospital, and based on that we design the system. So then remaining waste will go to landfill. So that maybe 5 to 10% waste will go to landfill. So other will be most of the waste is zero waste we design. So for that we need to design a waste management center. It's called material recovery facility for the collection of wastage, and also we have to design a biodigester system where you can use the biodigester system to generate the biogas from the pathological waste and general food waste. So we have to do segregation, design the segregation at source, because the segregation is very important for zero waste. So it will be done in the on the waste generation point. Then we talk about transportation, how we transport separately infectious waste and the general waste separately. Then we do the treatment of waste by autoclaving, where we do autoclaving. This is non-burn technology, so we have to make waste safe before disposing it. So, so here you can see this autoclave, and then we have to also do the validation of the autoclave, because sometimes autoclave may not kill the pathogens. So we have to make sure that these autoclaves are working properly and killing the pathogens. So that's why we do it, a very scientific testing of spores, biological spores and chemical indicators. Then the remaining all the waste is being collected for the recycling. So this is zero waste. Main important point is we are not sending to landfill. It's all going to the recycling center. So biological waste we can go to anaerobic digestion to generate biogas or composting. But if we are using the pathological waste, we always do the biodigester, biogas system. If there is no pathological waste, only food waste, we can do the composting. These are the solutions for zero waste we define. Then we do the data collection. We can see what is the assessment data and what is the post implementation system data. We compare it. We see how much waste is being collected and what are the waste type, recycle, biodigester or municipal disposal. All the data has been collected, and then we can see how much waste is being treated by autoclaving and how much waste is we recover the cost, because it also recover the cost income from the waste. So you can see we can also do that. So then we can see what are the main metrics sold for the income generation to the scrap dealers. So these all are important. Then we say this is our first system established in 1999, 25 years ago, and you can see this is the first big national hospital where we have tested all type of waste, like the biogas, autoclave, everything we do the things, and it is a very successful. And in 2010, then after that we did in 2016 we did a teaching hospital, which have a bigger autoclave, bigger biogas system, like we have biggest biogas system, 50 cubic meter, and we also did it is already published in the by Japanese case study, successful case study here. This is a recent one where we did Armed Police Force Hospital, where we did a very successful project, and this is what we do. And so I think these all are successful. We have already done around 25 hospitals in big hospitals. There are around 50 plus small healthcare facility, and we also did internationally. We developed in Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and also recently last year in Laos. So we are also doing internationally. So let's see a small. I don't know whether you can see. Okay, did you get the sound?
No, I'm
No
not
sound.
hearing anything.
Sorry. I think this is very small movie, but 1 minute. Sorry, there's no sound. No way.
If you want, you can send it to me and I can send the video
Yeah,
in the follow-up email
I'll
that I
send
send
it.
the registrants.
Yeah, I'll send this. Okay.
Okay, sounds great.
Yeah. So I think So let me change that. So I think I finished. I don't know. I'm more than 8 minutes or less than 8 minutes, but it was difficult
Yeah, a
for me
little bit
to.
less.
Thank you.
Right on
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I just shared one of our experience on zero waste in hospitals. So yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
will
know
try
y'all are working
to
on so
join later.
much.
Yeah. No, I'll be around, but I will see if I can join the question and answer later.
Sounds good. Well, since you have to leave early, I will open it up for questions to you. Does anybody have any questions specific to Mahesh and the zero waste hospitals? You can raise your hand or just let me know. And I had the privilege to be able to see some of that in action a couple of years ago, which was great. It's amazing to see it in person. I mean, the pictures don't do it justice, right? The way that everything is so sorted individually and like really well taken care of, very like clean looking process, right? Which is what you want in a hospital.
Paul, do you
Does
have a
anybody
question?
have any questions?
Paul doesn't have
No,
question.
I don't have
Many
any
thanks.
question, but since I've been working with Mahesh and I've been in Nepal a few times and seen the process both in the schools and the hospital, and even when Hayden was there also. So I can just say that this is the model you can give to anybody and say, this is real zero waste thinking, and they have like benchmark it the whole way. So it's fantastic good example. So Hekaf and Mahesh are doing an incredible good job in Nepal, that's for sure. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. More hospitals need to go zero waste. So
Yes.
that's great that you're expanding to other places and other countries. I didn't know about Laos,
Yes.
so that's good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll continue the conversation. Mahesh, if you're able to stay on,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Thank you.
If you're not, then I understand.
Yeah.
But we will move right along to Paul's presentation. And then I see that our colleague David has joined. So David will go right after Paul. You ready?
David, from where David is?
Okay, I'll try to share my screen. See if it works. Are we on now? Yeah. So my name
Yes.
is Paul Martinson, and I'm working.
Paul, do you want to go full screen?
Yeah, we can. No, we can. Yes,
No?
I can do. Okay.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, this is who I'm working for mainly is Zero Waste International Alliance, and I'm also working together with Let's Do It World, which are arranging the World Cleanup Day. So I'm involved in two big organizations which all are connected with waste, and of course, cleaning up is to take care of all the waste that is thrown away. And the Zero Waste movement are working with many different legs, but also about certification and educational programs for both businesses and communities. Let's see if we can use this one. Yeah, so this is just, I want to just give a short brief about what zero waste is, because when we talk about zero waste and we talk about circular economy, the words get a little bit mixed up, and I'm not really sure that everybody knows what it means and so on. So I just want to emphasize that what zero waste is, and it is the real circular economy, because everybody is talking about circular economy today, but circular economy, they are actually accepting incineration, and which we are not doing from the zero waste movement side. So I just want to clarify a few of these things. So what is real zero waste? So zero waste means that we don't burn anything it means we don't incinerate anything and we don't bury anything. It means we don't put it in landfill. That is the base of zero waste thinking. And it also means that we don't discharge anything out to land, water, or air, which is the big problem with incinerators, for example. And I'm living in Sweden part of my time and in Indonesia part of my time. Sweden is a small country, 10 million people, but we have 40 incinerators and we are importing waste from all over Europe. So incinerators, they need fuel, and the fuel are mostly recyclable things. And that's why it is contradiction to zero waste road. So we need to stop the incineration and have more reuse and more recycling, and of course also redesign products, because we should not put anything into the sustainable loop that we can't take care of. Then we have a problem. And there is no away. That place is world famous, but it does not exist. So when somebody say we put it away, you should also ask them where is away and what is the effect of away when you put, for example, waste in a river and you see it goes away, but where does it end up and so on. You can do that with everything when it comes to waste and see how does it end up, what is the end of life of that product and so on. Nature is zero waste model, and that is, as you can see, a circular model. It grows up, the leaves are falling down into the ground and new plants are coming up. That is the real circular economy, and that is also the real sustainable way to look at waste also. This shows the linear system which we are living in, and it also shows the wait a minute, I lost it on my screen now. So you see, in the linear system, we have a lot of waste to take care of. And then you see it diminish for each one. And even when you come to the circular economy, there is some waste over and leftovers. And that is because if you are using an incinerator, you have both flue gases and ashes to take care of in one way or another. Now they say the new incinerators are so clean, so they are not even dangerous, but that's not true, in my opinion. It supports incineration in one way or another. That is really important to remember when you talk about circular economy. Take, make, and waste is the linear system we need to get away from, and we are trying in many different ways. Circular economy is the fashion world everywhere today. And of course, it is good thinking. You are using less products. You hope for that, and you will minimize the waste. And at the end, you can see there is an arrow that goes for landfill and incineration. And that is the last thing we really should try to get rid of, because if we want to keep it in the loop and take care of it, we should not have any outlet for landfill or incineration. The only international peer definition of zero waste is the one that is done by Zero Waste International. And it says the conservation of all resources by means of responsible production and consumption, reuse and recovery of products, packaging and materials without burning and with no discharges to land, water or air that threaten the environment and human health. And this is the definition we are trying to have UN to accept for the International Zero Waste Day. It is not really accepted yet, but we are working on it, and that's one of the reasons why we will be in Istanbul the first week of June this year, and we were there last year because we want to really show the impact that the Zero Waste organization has. So many organizations that are supporting Zero Waste will end up in Istanbul to to try to have an impact and say that this is the definition we need to work with. The hierarchy is important for the whole zero waste movement. Mahesh showed some pictures of it also, and you should really look into the real zero waste hierarchy, how it works. That is important to understand the whole system, you know. And when you start of the rethink and redesign, before that you start with the rethink, and then you also start thinking about your consumption, because everything has to do with your consumption and the consumption patterns we have. It's not likely that there will be less products in the world in the future. It will be more. The production is increasing every time. So we really need to think about that. We have 4 billion people in Asia that would love to copy the consumption patterns the rest of the world are using right now, and especially from Europe and the Western world. And that is a huge amount of people that will consume enormous lot of things, and of course produce enormous amount of waste also. Drivers and benefits, I would just say a few words about that. It reduced the greenhouse gas emission, which is really important, and its local sustainability and local resource use important. It's important that we work on a very, very local level with this also, and it's also resource conservation. And it has, which is important, a social and environmental justice, because waste is not fairness today in the world. And of course, it is a huge system change to go into the zero waste. It's a long road to walk, but when you start it, you will realize that slowly you will get to it, even if we're not going all the way to zero, but we're going to be very close to it if we're doing it the right way. So that is the future, the solution. One of the fastest, the most efficient and lowest cost ways to reduce greenhouse gas emission is to have a zero waste management system. I will pass this one now because we get short of time. We are of course also touching all the different SDGs, and especially these 6 ones, which are very connected to zero waste movement. Moving towards a circular economy and taking a zero waste approach is the road to choose for a sustainable future. That is my message today. And let's shape our future together. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. I think that's great foundational stuff. And as you mentioned, you know, the zero waste hierarchy is what Mahesh mentioned in his presentation. Going local and using local resources is something that we saw in Ika's presentation. So they're doing great in implementing that definition of zero waste for sure. All right, so we will now move to our next presenter, who is David. Are you ready, David? I'll let him introduce himself. Let me pin him up real quick. All right, perfect.
Yes.
Hello.
All right, and you wanted me to share your slides, right?
Yeah. So
Okay, great.
I'm David Ngige Muguro in Dajopen Waste Management, whereby we recycle waste by making organic fertilizer to replenish our soil, which has been depleted by the overuse of agrochemical farm inputs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dajopen Waste Management project started as a self-help group in 2007, but was elevated to a CBO in 2009 and registered. It was started by the community to address the social, economic, and environmental condition of the vulnerable community of the slums, while addressing the plight of small-scale farmers through making of organic fertilizer and other recycled products from their waste. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah, the impact and benefit of the community is managed. We focus on the environmental, social, economic challenges in the community from the slum using collected garbage for economic purposes and the process reduce sorry,
Is it just me or is David's sound cutting out? Are we there? Is it me or is it David?
to be top material and thereby contaminating and service. Next slide. Next slide.
No. There is a rope there. If you jump up,
Yeah, it looks like David dropped. So I'll continue describing until he can get back on. The product creates jobs for youth, women, and the community at large, improving the living standards of the less privileged in society. So the organic fertilizer to the farmers has led to increased soil fertility and high crop yields and high water retention, which assists the crop to withstand rain shortage and root aeration due to the organic biomass. Okay. Okay, David, I continued for you. Good to see you back. Let's see if we can reconnect here.
Yeah. Now, as you can see in that, okay, sorry. This now the model of how to make the organic fertilizer. This is now the model of making organic fertilizer. Now, can you go to the next slide?
Yep.
Yeah. Now here you can just see training other actors, especially youth and women, on how to make the organic. You can see youth and women, and also at the other side, we are covering it. So when we cover this, the gas from moving from point to why we are coming because we call so we made also in training other actors but we come up to the zero waste in every town by getting we also train other interns from the so we also train them on how to keep the record on how many tons of waste have been composted and how many ton of the organic fertilizer has been made by the community. Therefore, this one is what we call this one is a composting pit, but currently we are using overland composting using wheatrows. Thank you. Go to the next. You can see now here now receiving the organic. Go ahead. Next. Yeah, you can now. This is a keyword code. This one is now a keyword post by removing some of the empties. So that's how after this one, then we take them to we keep them in store for packaging to give to the farmers to improve the crop yield. As we have managed to train over 21,000 people in waste management. The collection and recycling of garbage from the dumping sites has been vetted over 220 people in our town. Heaps of garbage which were dumped around their houses, offices, and marketplaces have been collected and recycled. Ladies below have collected those bags of waste from a river stream in Kitale, Kenya. Go ahead. Therefore, by our intervention, we have improved the environmental condition to most of our cities and towns. Go ahead. Now, how to make compost? Composting is practiced by gardeners. Composting is practiced by gardeners and non-gardeners alike for a long time now. Haven't tried composting yet? Then you are probably missing a lot on the benefit of making compost for your own garden. Read on to know the advantage of composting, the most common types of making compost, how to make compost yourself, what composting techniques you can use, and how you can best prepare your compost for gardening to improve your food. Technically, composting is the decomposition in a natural way of organic material, such as plant and food waste. This is executed by fungi, bacteria, worms, and more organisms with the help of oxygen under controlled conditions. Compost is defined as material that you can add to the soil to help your plant grow with sufficient nutrients. Therefore, your health will be for eating food, organic food. Compost is now widely recognized as helpful in replenishing the fertility of the soil without making use of chemical fertilizer. Adding compost to your garden soil improves the health and minimizes plant diseases. Using compost also eliminates the need to use chemical-based fertilizers. Next. Compost has nutrients that plants use in order for them to grow for their fullest potential, like potassium, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Adding compost to your garden soil can also assure you that your garden is supplied with micronutrients such as iron, iodine, cobalt, boron, copper, zinc, molybdenum, and manganese. Moreover, compost, when added to the soil, can improve the soil structure, and also you'll eat healthy food. It can improve the capacity of the soil to build water, thereby increasing erosion control and the permeability of the soil. Composted soil also aids in reforestation and restoration of wetland and plant and animal habitat. It remedies the soil that's contaminated with toxic waste materials. Composting helps us preserve the environment because it reduces our need for using chemical-based fertilizer and soil conditioners. Composted soil also increases the amount of nutrients and beneficial microbes, which can improve plant growth since it retains water. Compost can prevent soil erosion. Environmental at large is greatly benefiting from composting since our organic resources are being recycled while our landfill spaces are becoming conserved. Aside from increasing the organic matter in soil, composting also promotes healthy root structure in plants. Compost improves the presence of earthworms and other helpful microorganisms in the soil, which can help balance the soil ecosystem. Next. You can create a compost in many ways, so it's pretty convenient. One method is to utilize bombs, which can yield bomb cuttings that are like nutrients. This practice is called vermiculture. In making your own compost for gardening, improve your ornamental or vegetable garden, improve your lawn, and propagate your own plants. You can say that all in all, composting is an essential part of any true gardener experience. With the correct amount of moisture and nutrient balance, correct temperature and enough aeration, composting will be breeze for both first-timers and veteran gardeners. If you have a wider space of land to compost, you could opt to place your bean, if you are using one, on a piece of soil that you can plan on turning into a flower or vegetable bed. The soil area underneath a compost bin becomes rich since the nutrients coming out of the bin trickle down after several watering sessions. Next. Yeah, you can just see this now this team. You can just see me in that overall. Now this team now they are admiring their good crop of maize, which they have used the previous the organic. Therefore, yeah, you can just see this team. They are very happy about their corn, which they planted using the organic. Next. Yeah, so my dear friends, we invite you to join us to increase farm productivity through community-based waste management to feed the world. Let us go natural and make this a reality. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Thank you once again.
Thank you for sharing that information about composting. That is really great work that y'all are doing. And getting those organic materials out of landfill is so important, right? We want to take advantage of those nutrients for sure. So that's a great point. And food waste is a huge part of zero waste. And actually, that is the theme this year for the Zero Waste Day. So UNEP and UN Habitat decided that that food waste would be the theme for this year. So that's right on point. All right, great. And so that brings us to the end of our presentations. We had one more person, but I don't know if Aman is on. It doesn't look like it, but thank you to those who were able to make it and present today. Now let's get into the conversation. So as I mentioned, the food waste aspect is really important for this year's Zero Waste Day. And David has already talked about how composting is an important zero waste solution. Paul and Ika, can you both talk about the food waste aspect of things? Ika, do you see an impact on food waste with changing from single-use plastics, for example?
Yeah, I could say that for zero waste, one of the really important steps to go zero waste is that you need to get the organic out of the waste. That is number one, because when you have a mixed waste, you have a huge problem. But if you get the organics out, which is quite easy to do, it's proven in the zero waste movements many times that we've been doing it very well. And when we were in India now a while ago, they talked a lot about, which I don't know Mahesh really agree with me about, but they talked a lot about wet and dry waste. But wet waste is mainly the organic waste, which we need to get out of the mainstream to get hold of it. And then we can do the composting, which has a huge impact, of course. Thank you.
Ika, do you see any impact on food waste?
Yeah, about food waste, right? Yeah, I think it's a feedback. Okay. I think about food waste in our context, food distribution is actually a key entry point, especially in Indonesia during Ramadan and Eid al-Adha. It is a large moment of food are shared, but this is often comes with a surge in plastic waste. So instead of focusing only on food waste itself, we focusing on how food is distributed, making it more responsible and environmentally friendly. Because we believe that changing the system around food sharing can significantly reduce waste overall. Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds great. I think, yeah, that food waste element is so important. And so that's something that we can encourage other folks to do. As David mentioned in his presentation, composting can be done in a variety of ways. Food waste reduction can be done in a variety of ways too. So thanks for that. All right. And so then, since this is Zero Waste Day, which I have my hashtag here, the International Day of Zero Waste is a time to really push, for zero waste, advocate, and also celebrate some of the things that have been accomplished. Do you think that the Day of Zero Waste in general has impacted your work? So what have you seen, if anything, that the Day of Zero Waste has motivated people or made any difference to the work that you're doing?
I can say from my point of view, this day has have almost none effect on my work, because first of all, it's quite new. It's been on the UN calendar just for 1 or 2 years now, and the UN calendar, which also contains the World Cleanup Day, which is 20 September, and we've been there for 2 years also, and it doesn't have very much impact, because in the UN calendar there is like 250 different days of whatever topic it can be, and they don't promote it very much. But we should, of course, from our organization and all other zero waste organizations, promote and be much more active, like action like we are doing here today, which should be done by all different organizations that are working with zero waste. Of course, it is important, to manifest in one day and show some strength and impact. So it has to be revitalized a lot, and I think it will take a few years, but we will be more active and much more successful, because this is the only option, the zero waste. Thank you.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's true. I haven't seen a lot of impact yet, but maybe as time goes on and more organizations embrace this day, then we'll see some more impact. And I thought I saw David's hand raised.
Yes. Yeah. This day, this zero waste day, according to us, we are having this 1 week from yesterday up to Friday, whereby we shall be doing some cleanup, and also on Thursday, then I'll be doing other actors, especially from the informal settlement. I do that volunteer, just to train them on how to utilize the waste, so that they may be able to at least to have something to work on, because they can also have a circular economy and enterprise through recycling of this waste. Therefore, on Thursday, I'll be doing that. So I think I'll take some photos on that day. Then I'll just send you to, and then you can see how things are working from my side. Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds great. We would love to see those photos. So yeah, some days can be really motivating to be able to give people resources and training, and help folks learn about zero waste in different aspects. So composting is one huge one. That's so great. And then, did I see anybody else? No? Ika, did you want to say anything about how Zero Waste Day is impacting your work?
I think it's a very important or the best moment for us, right? Because this moment help amplify grassroots voices, and we can connect it and connect local movement like ours to a global conversation. And we are we know we are not working alone because this is a global move. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great point. It lets you know like what other people are working on and how we're all in this together, especially those who are, working with zero waste organizations or trying to, get the community involved. Sometimes it can feel isolating if if you feel like you're the only one in your area who's really trying to reduce waste, but it's really a global effort. And so that's something that can be said to be beneficial for the Day of Zero Waste for sure. So I want to take it to another question. So I want to talk about like making change, and what kind of resources we may need, or what we really see as a need in your specific communities. So my first question is just a fun one. Like if you could snap your fingers and change one thing in favor of zero waste, without any effort whatsoever, snap your fingers and this part's done. What would that be? Paul, do you want to go first?
Ban incineration. Thank you.
Yes, that is a good one. I was thinking that one too. Ika, what do you think you would say for snap your fingers and make something zero waste?
Reduce. Reduce. That's my point.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Reduce. Can you hear me? Can you hear
I
me?
can now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a reduce. That's the first word in my head.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. And David, did you have one thing that you would change? Is David still on? Maybe we lost David, but I see that Aman is here. Hi, you're from
Yes,
Zero Waste
yeah, I'm
Pakistan.
there.
Ah, David is here. Okay, great. David, if you could snap your fingers and change one thing in favor of zero waste, what would it be?
Uh, what I'm trying to change is changing the people on how to utilize the waste. Because if we come together as a team, we shall be able to eliminate waste, and therefore we shall be having zero waste in our homes, in our towns, and also in our hospitals, and also those all social enterprises. Thank you.
Yeah, so that knowledge aspect. If we could just stick the knowledge in people's brains like that, that would be great. Aman, did you have one?
Yeah, I'm sorry for the time. Yes, I think the thing I would like the one thing is changing perception regarding waste, because before I was not sensitized about the zero waste way of thinking. I think that after I came across this concept, I look at waste now different. I look it more like not a waste. It is still useful material, and nothing is actually waste. If it's only our thinking which is about it is waste actually. So that is the big change, is the shift of the perspective or paradigm shift toward looking at the waste, or we call it waste actually. Thank you.
Yeah, so zero waste might mean waste doesn't exist. That sounds great. Aman, did you want to give a little overview of how things are going in Pakistan?
If time
I will
allows,
stop.
I can
Yeah, I think we have a
show
little time.
us. All right. I miscalculated the time, but I will. If you allow me, I can share one of these slides so that.
Yeah, that sounds great. It's okay about the time. We're just glad you're here.
All right, no problem. I will try to come with time. Okay. Give me some time. I find it. Where is the zero waste actually? Okay. All right. So, can you see the slides?
Yes, you want to go full
All right.
screen? So yeah, perfect.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much. I am really grateful for the opportunity that we all have from Race to Zero Waste and Zero Waste International Alliance. It helps us a lot to update ourselves, also get educated on new ways of thinking. My presentation will focus on actually on the awareness and the connections we develop since we started this zero waste at our university, and then we expand it to other institutes. My affiliation with the university, I am as an associate professor at the Department of Biotechnology, and also 2 years back, I'm also now certified as zero waste associate from the Zero Waste USA. I work for the on the zero waste at my institute. We founded a committee, NUMS Environmental Stewardship Committee, and also for the country level, we have founded an alliance like Zero Waste Alliance Pakistan. So I'll be sharing you updates what we have so far done. So that this is the university campus we have. It's one of the campus we have shifted to, and we started working. We piloted our zero waste in another campus, which was rented during COVID because it was under construction. So now we moved to the campus. Our university is one of the largest network of hospitals and institutes in Pakistan because it's owned by the military, and it has presence in all small and major towns of Pakistan. So that gives us a big opportunity for us to spread awareness through these networks. And we plan to do this work because we are volunteers and we take time from our job to do this work. So we are not whole time committed to the work, but whenever we get time, we spare it out of our regular job and do this volunteer work. So our initiative that started in COVID. When it was COVID time, there was this doctor. She's the one who spearheaded this zero waste and sustainability in our university, Dr. Dila. She started with a talk, and we all are still with masks when she gave us the idea of how she has reduced waste while she went into community in another city, and it was very inspiring. So we started calling that talk first Green Talk. After that, this room, we are different. There are staff employees, there are administrators, and our students. We have faculty. They all joined together to make a committee, the Environmental Stewardship Committee. Soon after, we went to our higher-ups, and then we started talking to them that this is the way out if you can support us. So they committed, and the whole university pledged to go zero waste. So we were the first in Pakistan to pledge to go to zero waste, and it took us quite some time to develop a policy, looking at many examples in the world and what is possible in our context, and then we developed a policy with the two ways. Like, one was to arrange the infrastructure regarding the zero waste, reducing the zero waste. Other was to do the behavior change approach, where we held seminars, trainings, and practical visits to the composting and other areas. And then soon after, within 1 year, we tracked our waste and we reduced it. It was all going to the municipal waste. It was on a dumping side. We reduced it to 75%. That actually was a very revealing kind of moment for us. So we thought that, okay, we saved a lot on these transports. We saved a lot on these pollution going to the environment. So we started now taking it further, because this is something we thought that this is our social accountability as part of our university duty, that we spread this education to other institutes, and we reach out to institutions to learn from them. So it was with this intention, we just searched, and we found that Zero Waste International Alliance is the one which is also as an organization, and it has guidelines and many other things. So we reached out to them. And finally, they gave us this affiliation, and we are now the only university in Pakistan, and perhaps the only organization who is an affiliate from the Asia. We then adopted the zero waste definition by the Zawiya for our policy and also our training purposes. We then went to other universities in Pakistan, particularly selecting one regional university which has this good understanding of the sustainability, and some of them are already practicing. And then we initiated this idea with them to join and work together. So with that, we then founded last year in 2024, we found our alliance, Zero Waste Alliance Pakistan, and we invited also Rick to attend it, because their organization helped us a lot in this framing this mindset and policies. So with that success, we then went on to different schools, because our approach is on the awareness side and also on the connection side, because both of them helps us. So we went to different institutes within our setup, within our university, and also to other universities which are surrounding this in this capital Islamabad territorial area. So there was this different sessions, like this was one for the army guys who are doing an internship. So they were also sensitized, in different universities, and communities were also nearby communities were also given and continuously they are now also engaged in this zero waste awareness session. We then actually succeeded in bringing changes to the curriculum. Particularly, the medicines curriculum is very tightly regulated by the medical council. So, but we succeeded it, including our zero waste lecture or zero waste portion of this module to the clerkship. And so far, we have trained 400 future medical doctors in 2 years. And we have also added a common lecture on zero waste. Particularly, we spent a day at the Postgraduate Institute of this Army Institute. We then has also introduced the regular training and awareness session for the health professional education certificate, and also for the master's program. So these were the successes we were able to bring it into changes in the curriculum. So they are now regularly being practiced in every different settings. And the biggest thing happened that for over 5 years now, we have been engaging with different universities because of our resources and available time. We cannot reach out to many universities or all universities at a time. So our team goes to different universities, and these are some of them I showed them in green. These are the ones who were trained, who were sensitized, and who did all the policies, and now they have started the zero waste. They have started as a zero waste institute. So this is some of the big impact we have on our other universities in Pakistan. And they regularly now, some of them are even publishing their data, their success stories. And this is something so far was our biggest achievement, that these institutes followed us and made their campus as a zero waste campus. It's a transition. It's very far from reaching to the very close, but they all begin with this transition. And some of the international connections we did was we go to different international forums. We presented our country's effort and also a university's effort at the Planetary Health Summit in 2024. We also started regularly hosting a webinar on the International Day of Zero Waste. It's a national level seminar. So this year we are also planning to have it on April 15. We also get our voiced our stories here at different forums. And some of our students did project on Millennium Fellowship Program, and they were awarded grants. So this was also a big success, that this zero waste model, these students developed a different contextualized solution to composting and bringing, reducing weight activities, bringing cloth materials and many other things. And also some of the conferences, our students and faculty participated and presented their initiatives related to zero waste. And this was also one of the opportunity for us, that I was invited for a training by the OIC countries, where we had more than 15 to 16 country representatives. They were sensitized on the zero waste. Last year also, we joined the Global Zero Waste Forum as a strategic partner. Our university is now one of the strategic partner in this forum. We participated, and Dr. Adila can be seen here. This is also a milestone for us to connect with the international body, so that we can connect and learn, because our purpose is actually how to grow ourselves, learn from others' experience. So in that case, this is also one of the milestones. This year also we are going to participate in this forum in Turkey. And some of these other achievements are that because of these zero waste initiatives, our university got ranked first in the SDG 12 in Pakistan, because of declaring our institute as a zero waste and our efforts in the university ranking. Other than the Zero Waste Alliance, we have launched our own alliance, and then we became a strategic partner in the last year, along with partnering with many other universities. You can see them down. And thank you. This is Pakistan. We are one of the most populated country. We produce a lot of waste also, and we have a lot of challenges and opportunities to work in this field. It's just this plastic waste. We have world's second highest mountain, and there are so many of these mountains and glaciers in Pakistan. They are threatened by all our activities. And it's surprising, the UNDP has shown that we produce twice the size of this highest mountain, only the plastic waste. So it's an alarming situation for us and also an opportunity for us to contribute to make our country better. With that, I thank you for this opportunity and appreciate Hayden for including me as one of the speakers. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right, that's great. And it's amazing what you can accomplish with, the start of a group at a university, and then it grows from there. So that's amazing. I think, these kinds of days, the International Day of Zero Waste and other important days, we just have to keep talking about what we're doing, sharing it, sharing those resources, sharing those trainings. So it's great to see what you've been through, and that the people can go back to your presentation and see, would that be something that exists this year or next year? Could we do that in our community? So hopefully that's helpful to folks. I just want to ask one last question before we finish. David had to jump off, and Ika said that it was prayer time in Jakarta. So she also jumped off, but we have Paul and Aman here still. And so I just want to ask one last question, which is, what support or resources would be most helpful to continue to make change where you are? What could we do? What kind of support would you need from organizations like Race to Zero Waste or ZWIA or UNEP? What kind of things do you think would be helpful?
So is Paul going first?
No, you can go.
You can go first.
It's okay. You
All right. All right. Thank you. I think for me, we deliberately would like to connect with Race to Zero Waste. We are in talk already for quite some time, but we couldn't materialize it. So our biggest favor or resource we consider these organizations are like in training and mentoring our younger generation or even our current generation to develop like really expertise in designing these zero waste projects. These are very crucial to our part of the world because we are not very much trained. We don't have really good tools. I came to realize when I took the zero waste certification from Zero Waste USA, and I realized how important are True, Gaia, Race to Zero Waste, and Zero Waste USA in helping transitioning to for organizations and communities to zero waste model. I think this is big thing. Whenever I go to my presentations to the universities, I always urge them to go and have certifications, get training, so that you have this proper knowledge and this tools to do the work. What is its in its true essence actually. So that's my take. Thank you.
Great. Yeah. So training's perfect. Yeah, we'll pull some more of those together. And like you said, we've been in talks for a little while. We should definitely make that happen. All right, Paul, what do you think would be helpful?
Yeah, I believe very, very strongly in different community activities, of course, and education, a lot of local projects, of course, and also show all the good examples that are from all over the world, and connect this also. If you go to a little bit higher of level, you should also have different kind of certifications. And when we talk about education, we always think that it's like a magic formula, which it is not, because you need also to understand. It's easy to educate people, but if they don't understand what you are saying or what you're trying to give them, or if they don't understand the system we have, if they don't understand what kind of management system we are working with, then they are like in darkness, so they really need to have the awareness and the understanding of the system we have and why we are doing this. I have a great example now from Sweden, which is a highly educated society, and that is from a place where there is very, very high educated people in that area. And they did a waste audit in whole that area, about 1,500 people. And 50% of all the waste was wrong sorted. So it means incredible good system, logistic system we have, a good waste system, highly educated people and so on, but they don't understand the system. Then you have a huge problem. So it doesn't matter how much money you pump into these systems, if people don't really understand it. That's why it's so important with local projects, and that you on a personal level take your responsibility and you really support and you understand the system you are implemented into. Thank you.
That's a great point. Yeah, the systems can be in place, but if people don't know how to use them, then they're not that effective. So definitely. Thank you, Paul, Aman, and thanks to our other speakers who were Mahesh, Ika, and David. We're so glad that you were able to give your perspectives from around the world about what's going on with zero waste. Our goal is to continue talking about this, continue educating, celebrating the International Day of Zero Waste, and also hopefully building up more trainings that can be useful to our global community within zero waste as we move forward. So that brings us to the top of the hour and a half. It's been great to spend some time with y'all, and hopefully we'll see you in the future. We have another session that's going to be more focused on North America, South America, coming up later this afternoon. And then we also have the Zero Waste Forum happening in Park City, Utah in April. So hopefully you'll join us around Earth Day for that too. I'll throw that in the chat. And I know, Paul, you'll be there, so we'll see each other in person at that time. And